If you're an auto and driving enthusiast, you very, very well know that there is such a thing as vehicular therapy. Now, for us, I think there's still a fair amount of us left on this planet. There are certain ingredients that are absolutely necessary in order to satisfy, in order to make our souls feel better. Most of those things are found in the sport compact car segment. And this might be niche, maybe some of you won't quite get it though. If you are watching a video on Motor Illustrated on this car, it's because this is a car you're interested in, perhaps not necessarily because you're just a general car enthusiast. So the ingredients are, well, to begin with, sport compact, internal combustion engine, manual transmission, ideally a hatchback, all-wheel drive, not a must, but definitely a bonus, and a look, an absolute head-turning, ridiculous almost look. And then what goes along with that are noises and vibrations, a little bit of harshness, and not the greatest level of comfort. And all these things are found in what is easily in the top 5 therapeutic cars to drive. Let's say under $100,000, probably in the top 3. And the more I think about it, it's in my personal top 2. One of them is the Acura Integra Type S, which I do hope to review in a very near future again. And this one. This is a 2024 Toyota GRolla, the greatest modern Corolla attack you could ever possibly hope to experience and be a victim of. This specific GR Corolla is not the base car, but a circuit edition, hence, circuit Nürburgring. I'm actually out front of the San Air racetrack, which I used to come to very, very often when I was younger to do some lapping on the road circuit. I don't know, I just wanted to bring all that together because this car, this place, just makes me feel absolutely better, happy to be alive. And while having this car in my possession this week just could not be a greater combination of things. I needed my vehicular therapy this week, and this car has absolutely done entirely what it was supposed to do. What it won't do, unfortunately, is actually go on the track because, well, the track is closed and I've not been given permission to wail away at this car on this track, which I would have absolutely loved to do. But I have tracked this car in the past, and I'll give you a few more details, a few more pieces of information as to how that went. You can always check other reviews on Motor Illustrated on the GR Corolla. There are at least 2 other ones. And there will be as many as I can possibly squeeze on this channel because I will never pass up on an opportunity to drive this 3-cylinder screamer. So in the following review, we'll do a few laps of the GR Corolla Circuit Edition, and I'll point out a few things that make it a Circuit Edition. But either way, if you want a GR Corolla, you get a GR Corolla. Doesn't matter the trim. If you can find one, you buy it. And then, well, I'm out in the country, so we're gonna go for a little, maybe spirited drive on the roads around this track. So please hang in there. Okay, this is, it's kind of funny. As I was driving about, I got catcalled by a driver in a compact car, of course, young male, who catcalled, yes, the GR Corolla. So obviously, if you know, you know. Let's talk about pricing. In the US, the base core starts at a monstrously dirt cheap $36,500. $36,500. The premium, $41,850. And then there's this, the Circuit, which is $46,275. All of that is dirt cheap money for one of the best driving cars money can buy. I say cheap because in Canada, well, the base core is $46,850, but there are many differences One being that it kind of half explains the difference in pricing is that we get standard Torsen limited slip differentials front and rear, whereas in the US the base core has open diffs front and back. So that's one principal difference between the two. And then there's the Circuit Edition Canada, this one, $56,950. And when I say if you know, you know, well, you know that if it's a GR Corolla and it is blue flame, that it is a very rare Circuit Edition. Only about 1,600 will be available in the US, and figure about 10% of that in Canada. So a rare sight indeed. Standard equipment in the core is a 12-inch digital instrument panel, excuse me, 18-inch wheels, and an 8-inch touch screen. What makes a circuit are these gorgeous 18-inch forged wheels. This gorgeous, massive rear spoiler. Carbon fiber, not hood, but roof. That's right. And a number of functional vents all around, including a few other touches on the inside. Like I said, any GR Corolla is the right GR Corolla, but sure, you can buy the wheels. You can always change the seats. Carbon fiber roof, I don't know about that for the $10,000 difference. But because it's a Circuit Edition, it's kind of a little bit more special in the core, but a GR Corolla is still extremely special. Is there really any reason to do a tour on the inside? I mean, it's got a tiny trunk, 503 liters. I won't even bother showing you. I'm using this as the family mode of transportation this week. So that works, though extremely cramped compared to like a Type S or a Type R. Or almost anything else, very, very small. Other touches you get with the Circuit, the suede inserts in the seats. Absolutely wunderbar. Everything else is just really Corolla, other than the steering wheel and, well, that, of course. Let's just step aboard. And I do mean Corolla because this is just catastrophically horrible. Let's make sure I'm in neutral. Yeah, that's the 8-inch touchscreen and the bells and the noises. But yeah, this is configurable too. The number of different layouts, you could play with that. That's fine, it's all good. The important stuff is over here, drive modes. So I have Eco, they're not going to show up fast enough. Okay, we'll just go over here. Eco, Normal, Sport, and Custom. I have Custom set up where throttle response is Sport, steering is in Normal, and that's about it. There's nothing you can do with the dampers on this car. Yeah, that's in French. I didn't even realize that. But otherwise, storage is short and it doesn't matter. And visibility is awesome. I mean, if you want to attack that apex or even aim a little further to the next corner, as you should while you're tracking this car, you can actually do it. It's unbelievable. The sight lines are amazing and the seats are amazing. And the steering wheel has thin spokes right here, which is fantastic. Excellent grip. I've got nothing else to say other than let's go for a drive. Ooh, and I almost forgot. Yeah, very, very important button. So that's for your all-wheel drive configuration. Right, so out of the box, by default you're at 60-40 front, and then you can go 30-70 rear, and then there's track which splits at 50-50. This definitely, if you like taking off or attacking corners, it does make the car a little bit tail happy, just a bit. I didn't say that. Okay, bye. I'm going to start off with one thing that might sound negative, but it's not. You see, the GR Corolla is not fast. This is not a fast car. Hey, yes, next year you'll get the access to an 8-speed automatic transmission, so maybe it'll be faster. But with the 6-speed manual, you're looking at just over 5 seconds, maybe 5.1, 5.2, with a 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, the launch from a standstill, which it's not exactly something to write home about. And you can kind of feel it because when I get behind the wheel of the car, even though this is the third time, I'm expecting massive performance, but it's not really the case. Wow, it's shaking a lot, but it's not that bad in the car, to be honest. So it's not fast. Somehow, like, the GTI feels faster than this. Even a Golf R feels faster, despite the 15 horsepower difference. But the smile factor is up there, easily up there. The GTI being, the other one in the top 3, and the FL5 CT. Anyway, I'm jumping ahead here. 3-cylinder turbocharged 1.6 liter engine, 300 horsepower, 6,500 RPM, 273 pound-feet of torque from 3,000 to 5,500 RPM. 3,300 pounds is what this car weighs. Despite the all-wheel drive, but thanks to the composites and the carbon fiber bits here and there, it's actually fairly lightweight. And it doesn't kick you, but it just kind of saddles you up and pushes you along nicely and with authority. And the 3-cylinder noises are still just some of the best, most grin-inducing that you can experience in any car. I was about to say you can daily drive this car, and yes, you can daily drive this car. And these roads are terrible, and like I said, you know, the phone is shaking quite a bit, but it's not uncomfortable in here. There's a double wishbone in the rear, and McPherson struts up front. They're not adjustable dampers, but it doesn't matter because the whole car feels like it's built out of one solid piece of all kinds of materials. Train tracks, all very smooth. You know, it wasn't too bad. But the best part is, I don't know, they're all good parts. I'm set up in 60/40 now because I just started up the car for everyday driving, obviously, but I don't know, I've been rediscovering the 30/70 split, and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But yeah, one of the best parts is just rowing the gears, because the shifter feels like it's really, really connected to the mechanical bits underneath. It's just exceptionally good. I don't want to stop shifting gravel road, but I won't do it because it's not mine and I don't want to take some paint off. But yeah, no, it's just an exceptional road car that is so happy on the track. And the Michelin Pilot Sport tires, I did not realize that was such a sharp corner. Pilot Sport tires are really up to the snuff and happy to do what they need to do. They didn't even squeal and I went in way too hot. Thanks to the 4-piston front, 2-piston rear, ventilated and slotted discs all around. Wow, what a... that's what this car is. It reminds me more of Miata than, you know, Type R or Type S or even Golf R, where it seems like it's faster. This is more of a sense of speed, but it's a more playful car, much more, and it's still strange to say, far more playful than the FL5 Type R, but far more in line with what you get in the Integra Type S. What a fantastic automobile. I would never ever bore of driving this, especially the noise. Oh, great brakes, nice steering. The feel is nice. I mean, the on-center play is very, very limited, but it loads up imperceptibly so. When you start giving it inputs, it just goes with you. It's light, this car. It's agile, it's nimble, it's very, very nervous and excited all the time. It just wants to please you and make you smile. And for all those reasons, frig, I love this car. And yeah, just get the Circuit Edition if you can. Otherwise, get a Core and upgrade a few things. But the Type S. Or a final GTI with a manual 6-speed. Oh my goodness. Anyway, traffic is building up front, so we're gonna call it a day.